Hey everybody, Jason Wagenknecht here, executive recruiter, headhunter, whatever you want to call me in the hotel industry. The reason I'm making this video today is I'm trying to help people who are having a problem being out of work, how to get through this process, stay sane, and be ready when that work comes back. Part of being in the hotel business and being a recruiter is placing people. I've placed over 1,000 people in the last 23 years, but I've actually coached tens of thousands of people on being out of work, because I get a lot of phone calls saying, hey man, I'm out of work and I need to get to the next step. And I find myself having that conversation a lot recently. Enough so that a number of people said, you know, you really should put this online. And that's why I'm here today. These are some simple things. They're things that, you know, some of you might be doing already, some of you might know. But if you know someone who's struggling with being home and being out of work and trying to get ready and get through this, please send this video on. It might help them out. The first thing, and this is basically common sense to me, is, you know, when you're out of work, you're home, you need to set a schedule. You're used to working 5 days a week. And in those 5 days a week, you get up, you get ready, you go to work. Well, you need to do something similar to that. You can't sit around and watch Netflix all day. Now, you might do it for a day or two because, well, we all like it, but, you know, doing that is not good for your brain. Watching news all day and watching the video, online news all day is not good for your brain, not good for your soul. So the first thing you need to do with your schedule is, you know, plan your morning. Now, when you plan your morning, the key to that is start the night before. Get a good night's sleep. When you have a good night's sleep, that's going to help you be effective and productive the next day. It's also going to help you not be depressed. So plan on going to bed at a reasonable time. We have kids in our house. We're staying up a little later than usual, but we're still going to bed at a reasonable time to get our good night's sleep. Now, the second part, morning time. You know, don't sleep in. Try to get up at a regular, reasonable time and do something that makes yourself feel good. I used to get up at 5 in the morning and go work out. Well, the gym's closed, I can't do that anymore. But there's still things you can do. You can get up, you can take a shower, and do those things that help you wake up. You can get up and meditate. You can get up and pray if that's your thing. Whatever you need to do, you need to get up and get something going in the morning, especially if it's coffee, that's going to help you get up and be productive and be happy, right? That's the easy part. If you have kids at home, get them up, spend some quality time with them. Now, a lot of times after that, people go, okay, I'm going to get on the computer, check emails, do things like that. Well, that's good. You should do that, but only do it for an hour or two every morning. If you get caught up in going over job boards and looking at negative things on the news, it's going to drive you insane. So what you do is you make a huge list of every single person that you've worked with, that you've networked with. You know, some good, or maybe even people that you haven't talked to in 10, 15 years. Or maybe people that you talk to and you kind of like, you think they like you, but you're not sure, and reach out to them. You'll be amazed at what kind of opportunities are going to come up in the future because you've done that. And take your time. You don't need to do, you know, every one of them that day, but in the first hour or two of the day, make a list, send emails. And then after that comes the middle of the day. You need to step away from the computer. Now, what I've always told people in the past is what you should do is go out and after you do every project in your house, and I'm at that point where I've literally done every single project in my house that I can do. After that, I tell people, hey, listen, if you're out of work for a prolonged period of time, go do charity work. Now, usually you can go out, and I tell people there's probably 100 charities within your community that would love for you to go help. Well, now we can't really do that. It's a different time. But what you can do is you can go online and you can send out a message saying, hey, listen, you know, need to keep myself busy, need to do some charity work. Anyone need anything done that I can do from home? I guarantee people are going to reach out and tell you and give you opportunities to help. What else you can do is you can also reach out to friends. I have one client I was talking to about this, and he said, you know, that he had done more than 40 or 50 hours of work for one friend of his, doing all of his books from the last few years and setting them up on QuickBooks. And there's all sorts of things you can do like that that can help other people and stop you from going insane. It keeps you busy. And at the end of the day, you end up feeling like you were productive. And I guarantee your friends will, if you do those things for friends or people, they will never, they will never be able to repay you, and they will be grateful to you as a person for the rest of their life. It's such a wonderful feeling helping other people, because other people need help too. I know some people who've gone and cleared gutters for old people or done their lawn that can't get out of the house. There's a lot of things you can do. You need to figure out what it is. Now that brings you to the end of the day. The end of the day, take an hour or two. Once again, check your emails, maybe check some of those things, and then move into your evening routine, you know, and everyone's got their own evening routine. If you want to Netflix and chill in the evening, or do whatever you can do. If you have kids or with your family, whatever, go do those things and have a normal evening where you have some downtime. But if you do that and you go through the day and it basically stops you from freaking out and just looking at your computer all day, all that does is screw with your brain and screw with your psyche. And we can't have that. And at the end of that time period, when you eventually are going back and you're interviewing for jobs and you're talking to people about what you did, are they going to be impressed with the person who says, man, all I did was watch Tiger King and I watched all these great shows? Or are they going to be impressed with the person who says, you know what, hey, I did all of this charity work and I did all these things for people that needed it because I had to keep busy and I wanted to be productive? When you're saying those things in an interview or to a potential employer, those people are going to be like, wow, I want to hire that person. So you get to help people, you get to help your own psyche, and it makes you look amazing to people who want to hire you. There's really no downside to this. But if you set up a schedule and you go through this, do your regular weekend, it's going to help you as a person, it's going to help you be effective, and man, who doesn't like doing things to help people out? So this is Jason Wagenknecht. I appreciate you giving me the time today. Check out, I'm going to have some more videos on resumes and other things like that coming up soon.